go and hang out with your horse. There's a saying that the outside of a horse is the best medicine for the inside of a human. And I think so many of us really know and understand this in our hearts, but there's still a huge faction of people that believe that the horse is there for them. And that is true, but also be open to recognizing how much your horse is actually there for you and how much your horse is actually trying to teach you. There's a lot of people that have exceptional riding skills, and that's wonderful, but it doesn't mean you have exceptional relationship skills. I was in New York City, a Qigong student with Dr. Nan Lu, and started recapturing my love for horses, as I had been living in cities more than in the country. And I was at a stable in New York City. It was a very interesting stable. Some of it was for carriage horses and some of it was for riders. But it was a 3-story brownstone, and there was a horse that I met there named Paddington. And Paddington was a therapeutic riding horse. And I remember standing in the arena, and I had looked over, and Paddington was there, and I just felt this very deep connection with him. He was a very, very big horse, but something inside of me was telling me he doesn't feel well. He doesn't feel well. And I spent some time with him. I asked if I could take him outside so we could get some fresh air, because none of the horses there really had turnout except in an arena, and the only times that they got to actually experience the outdoors was when someone was on their back. So I took him outside, and it was a fall day, and it was just a cold, drizzly rain, but we just stood outside together, and I just kept sending him love, and I kept having the feeling that I just wanted to get on his back and ride him out of there, because he needed to have his life back. And so all these images went through my head of us, just literally riding out of New York City and getting him to a beautiful farm where he could eat fresh grass and smell the clean air. And we probably were outside for about 20 minutes before I needed to bring him back in, and I just didn't feel right leaving him. Like something was gnawing inside of me, and this was before I took my animal communication courses. And I went home, and I found out the next day that Paddington had died. He had colic. And I was just so grateful, at least for the time that I could take him outside and give him fresh air and give him love and give him a sense of his own humility. Our horses actually think in pictures first, not words and not anything else. So as humans, we generally say what we think we mean, but our pictures are often backwards. And that would look like if I was sitting on the horse and I'm asking the horse to go forward, but I'm literally picturing that my horse is standing still, yet I'm kicking them to go forward. The horse gets a little confused, because since they are telepathic first and foremost in their communication, and we're asking them to go forward but we're showing them a picture of standing still, the stubbornness that we might project on a horse, it's not about the horse, it's about the human misunderstanding of how to actually properly communicate on the energetic level that horses are used to. The breath is the one thing that will regulate every aspect of our relationship with our horses. If our breath is up in our chest and we are tense and we are in our heads and we are in a sympathetic breathing pattern, the horses will pick that up in a millisecond and totally be on alert. And we're going to generally claim that the horse is being stubborn when we just don't understand yet how much calm, relaxed, parasympathetic belly breathing changes the dynamic of our entire relationship and all behavior and teaching and learning and deep connection. I will never forget the day that I separated my two horses, thinking I was doing the right thing by giving one of my horses to a friend who's a far better rider than I am and could take this horse far further. But I so deeply underestimated the level of grief and the level of emptiness that my horse landed up feeling, because I just didn't have the awareness at that moment, till that moment. These beings are around each other 24/7. So with respect to horses and separating horses and thinking it's okay and it's no big deal, I think we really do forget and really deeply, deeply, deeply misunderstand the depth of the connections that they share with each other.